The best choices here on CJOH Cable 7.
Bank Street is an interesting part of Ottawa, and that many of the businesses down here have been here for years and years and years. But of course the face of the street has changed, and one of the people we were able to find was Rolly Comerford of Comerford Cigar Store. He's been around since about 1948. And we're going to ask him just what was life like down here on Bank Street in 1961. Comerford Cigar Store is a family-run business with sons and daughters coming into the fold over time. Around since the beginning, though, Rolly has had a front seat to Bank Street all along and has seen not only how things naturally change, but also how much of this part of town has stayed the same. When you looked out in the 60s, what would be different about the whole street, about the face of the street, like in terms of the cars and the people?
We had more traffic because we didn't have just two lanes, like, you know, people, there was more people waiting for buses on Bank Street because it was the transient way. They didn't go to Slater Street or Albert Street to go east-west. It led off of Bank Street and then people transferred on to something else. And we had trolley buses then too, but the trolleys didn't hit Bank Street. They were on 10th Street. They tried, that was their first attempt at moving the traffic on side streets.
Rolly says although businesses have changed hands or have gone through a facelift or two, a lot of history is still captured on Bank.
The names of the store on some of them have changed, but the store itself remains the same. If you could look at a picture and you could say, yeah, that was the Deb shop, one of the most elegant dress shops that women could buy clothes in the city of Ottawa. The store is still there. Mind you, it's changed to Camera Exchange. Now it's basically, I think if you walk down the street, you would see a lot of what was here in 61.
Well, parts of Bank Street may not have changed much in these 30 years, but a lot else has. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Cars bear little resemblance to what they were back then. Hairstyles, although anything goes these days, were clearly different, and the Spark Street Mall was just being born as an official outdoor downtown mall. Then, as now, it was a popular place to be. But the 60s have made a deep mark on this century for other more serious issues. Protests, radical movements, and firsts of many events have left that decade one of the most memorable of the century.
I still have a dream. Yes. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream.
The Soviet strategy has long been aimed, not merely at Berlin, but at dividing and neutralizing all of Europe.
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Wow, just a brief look at what life was like in 1961 at home and right around the world. I guess we have changed a lot. I don't know.
I think we've changed a great deal, and the thing that, you know, as I said, the 60s sort of are a very memorable decade for us, and even for those of us who weren't really all that old then, and I don't know if we're going to have that again.